Hello, how are you? So yesterday I uploaded a video showing the Blackmagic lossy compression utility, and right after I uploaded that, I noticed there was a problem, and I've actually already gone and fixed it. So I'm going to talk about the fix. So the problem was I was putting every single texture through this function right here, right? This encoder right here, and what it does is it's doing a color space transformation between RGBA and YUB. So that's very good for color data, for actual color data. But when you look at something like a normal map specifically, uh, you would know that it's not actually color data, it's more like a 3D vector encoded as color. So it's not wise to try and compress it as if it were a picture like any other. So I went ahead, and if I can find it here, I made this separate encoder for normal maps exclusively. Well, unit vectors if you want, but no, normal maps. And what it does, it's also transforming um, 4 byte floating points, so it's float into fixed point values, right? So single byte, usually less than 8 bits, to make it more compressible, right? And well, it's a little unit vector packing trick that I learned, which is simply, you take the first two elements and then you deduce the third one uh, from those two, because it's a vector of magnitude 1, and so you can do those kinds of things, right? So yeah, this works fairly well, and I've already tested it some, and let me save this, by the way. And what I'm going to do is show you the normal with close to the to the least compression you can apply on it, and then I'm going to try a higher compression rate. Okay, so let's see. Here we have the normal with almost no compression, right? And you can see the red here. Here you can see the green. Here you can see the blue, right? So Z, Y, and X. So alright, it's kept things where they should be. So that's fine. That's fine. But let's try something. Let's try something a little bit more adventurous, right? And let's try compressing it as much as we possibly can, and that would actually be a 0, and that would be 1 bit per channel. But you don't really want that. I've already tested that, and it doesn't quite work. So yeah, but let's try it. Let's try just 2 bits for every channel, and there you have it. And it's still fairly degraded. It's fairly lo-fi, but you still have the same normals, so to speak, right? So you still have the same data. It is the same data, just a fairly degraded version, but it's still legible. So you can still use this as you would a normal map, right? So okay, let's see how that looks, and yeah, let's take it into the compositor and you can see it better. So here we have our wall, and there you have it. You see how, and what I'm going to do here is take this point lamp. You can see how if we unplug it, here no normals, and now if we plug it back in, a lot of normals. Let's enlarge this a bit so it's more visible. Alright. Oops. So you can see it here. So these are fairly degraded normals that still give you that lo-fi retro aesthetic, but the let's say the point of a normal map is kept, you know. It's a better way of super compressing a normal map. And the good thing is this is actually a lot lighter. Like yesterday I was getting around 15 no 50 55 60 kilobytes for the entire thing, and now I'm getting, well, 37 and 40 on disk. So actually the more textures you compress together, the better this would work actually. So yeah. Oh, and let's look at the varrow. Why not? Let's look at the varrow. And if we add a lamp, now I want a point lamp. All right. There we go. Okay, so that's fairly nice. That's fairly nice. If we take out the normals, and if we put them back in, yeah. Yeah, so maybe it's not quite so good on this one. Oh, but it's, yeah, you still have the thing here. Now I prefer it on flat. I do. So yeah, okay. That's about it for today. Um, Keep tuned. I'm still working on this. When I give the finishing touches to the image compression and give it some interface, so you can just call it and compress everything and all of that. What I'll be doing is probably work on mesh compression. So yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, keep safe. Thanks for watching and all of that. Goodbye.